The outlook for the Singapore economy in 2019 is for slightly slower growth. We expect that growth will slow from around 3.3% in 2018 to below the 3% handle in 2019. This is because manufacturing momentum has started to decelerate. Global electronics demand is also moderating. And if you look around the world, the US, Europe, and China are also expected to see slightly slower growth. There are sectors that are picking up in terms of hiring intentions. So these will include some of your IT-related sectors like info communications, professional and business services, and also the education and healthcare services. The sectors that may underperform or be slightly a drag in the near term would be your real estate sector, mainly because of the cooling measures recently. And I think on top of that, construction activity is also being hampered to a certain extent by the ongoing foreign worker policies. In terms of the retrenchment numbers that we were starting to see at the start of 2018, that has also stabilized. And I think we will continue to see some structural churn in terms of labor turnover. But overall, I think the vacancy rate suggests that there is still employment prospects in the labour market. Wage growth should be decent, and this means that demand, especially on the private consumption side, should also be resilient. But I think overall the challenge remains because Singapore is a very small open economy. We are still vulnerable to a lot of the global headwinds and downside risks that may come whether from the US or from China. And on top of that, the costs in Singapore has also been rising. So while wage inflation is actually good for the man on the street, but for businesses, they have to navigate both a stronger Sing dollar on a trade-weighted basis and also higher labour and rental costs. So I think in terms of competition, Singapore workers actually have to ensure that they remain competitive in terms of the skills and the value add that they bring to the jobs.